8 Raptors of Southern Africa, Part 3. Jackal Buzzard. The much larger female is allopreening the smaller male. Most of their nests are built on cliff ledges. Usually 2 eggs are laid, but often 2 or 3 or more days apart, which results in one chick being a lot larger and stronger than the smaller one, and the larger one sometimes kills the smaller one. This little one is eating a mouse that the male brought to the nest. Rock kestrel. They often hunt by hovering in updrafts on mountain slopes. If the lift is strong, they don't need to flap their wings very much. They will then take their prey to a safe place to eat it, like on this cliff. Or they will swoop down on the prey and take it up into the air to eat it on the wing. They eat anything from small mammals, birds, small reptiles, and insects. Yellow-billed kite. They forage by searching aerially while scanning the ground. They don't flap their wings too often, but they glide a lot and they change direction often. Their call. These kites are intra-African breeding migrants. I found this nest on the banks of the Okavango River. And this one was dive bombing 2 palm nut vultures in southern Mozambique. And this is a juvenile. Lanner Falcon. These lanners nest on cliffs. Their nest is made of twigs, and this nest has red and blue baling twine. The nest was on a cliff overlooking a river and a lucerne land. They hunt from a high perch or aerially. Pied crows love to harass them, but they often end up chasing the crows away too. Forest buzzard. They're similar to the common buzzard, but their breast and belly has a lot of white blotching. They are endemic to southern Africa, and they are found in Afro-montane forests in the very southern and very eastern parts of southern Africa. This one was in the Kirstenbosch National Botanical Gardens near Cape Town. They eat rodents, birds, reptiles, frogs, and insects. African goshawk. This African goshawk was calling, and the fork-tailed drongos were dive-bombing it relentlessly. They often fly high above woodland and thicket and call in the early morning. They eat mainly birds, but this one had a snake in its talons, deep in a bush. And a close-up of the brown snake in its talons. Peregrine falcon. The fastest bird on earth. They can reach up to 300 kilometers an hour when in a downward stoop. This peregrine had foot straps on, so it must have escaped from a falconer. We never did find the owner. It was a hot summer's day and it was panting in the heat. They hunt from a very high perch. The one on the left was hunting from a cliff, and the one on the right from a very high spire of the Grahamstown Cathedral. And this one grabbed a dove at high speed. I'm sure it was so quick that the dove didn't even know what had happened. Little Sparrowhawk. These little sparrowhawks are found in forests, dense riverine woodland, and wooded gardens. They look very similar to African goshawks, but they have a yellow cere and 2 white tail spots, seen from the back. This one was eating an insect that it caught on the ground. They also eat small birds, rodents, bats, lizards, and insects. The juveniles are heavily marked on their underparts with brown markings. If you enjoyed this video, please watch part 1 and part 2. The links are in the caption below.
Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and post any comments you have down below.